Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
That's their responsibility.
Yeah, well, with that, they make sure to go, hey, we're going to be painting, move your vehicles.
True.
Yes.
So,
But that was the simplest one I could think of, because sometimes they don't tell people.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
If they blow up your toilet and it ruins your vintage Pokemon collection.
I ain't got to worry about that one, but...
Okay, so first of all, that sounds very specific.
I was just trying to think of the nerdiest thing I could think of.
Second of all, why would your Pokemon collection be in the bathroom?
People are weird. People are weird.
The Pokemon people.
Yeah. People are weird. But also, hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus and I am your clueless leader. Today we're going to talk about weird people.
Okay.
Maybe.
I do have Miss Muffin with me.
Hey, y'all.
And I've got Daniel.
Hey there. And that's all the weird people for today.
So, last week, I failed to do my job and get more information.
I did too.
But last week, we ended on a bombshell.
On Honda.
We never actually said Honda. We said
that's true, isn't it?
the manufacturer likes to always play it safe.
Yeah.
Yes. So, in case you haven't seen, in case you're like, who are they talking about? And went and looked it up. Honda has in the works or plans for, not in production, a V3 with an electric supercharger. What's funny is I did look up more information on the electric supercharger. So it looks like a turbo that goes into a supercharger, goes into an intake housing. Yeah. But it would still be considered, and we had this conversation at work, it would still be considered a supercharger and not a turbo, even if it was just a turbo that's electronically controlled, because turbo is thrusted because of the exhaust.
Correct. And there's different types of superchargers as well.
Yeah.
So, in theory, it is a supercharger. They were correct in their nomenclature, even though it looks like a turbo.
Correct. But it is their renderings are a V3, two in the front, one in the rear.
It's just an engine in a frame.
Rolling chassis.
Yeah.
So, trellis frame chassis.
Yeah.
With a monoshock swing arm.
Yep.
And inverted front suspension. It looks like if you were to take all the bodywork off of a bike and go, here you go, it almost looks like a monster.
Yeah.
Or really any Ducati.
Yeah, any trellis frame Ducati. Yeah. You throw a gas tank on it, it's basically a Ducati.
Yes.
SV650. Could be any of those. Who knows? What it really reminded me of, at least the geometry of the renderings that they have, or the pictures that they have, kind of looked like a mix between a CBR and a VFR.
Yeah, so
it looked a little bit more upright.
One of the things that I saw, the question
that's actually going to be the new XR750.
That people, I'm okay with that. So people put out there the information or the questions or whatever. Could this be the new VFR?
That would be my first thought.
I still can't find displacement information. When I first heard about it, I asked my source, and he said he did not know. So, because he has only seen
the same
essentially
rendering.
What we have seen.
I've heard talk.
And sell ad-wise.
I've heard talk, and who knows if it's true or not. You know, this is just online, that it's a 750cc.
Well, I don't know. That'd be an appropriate size.
And that's most likely like what me and you would assume. And
Well,
other people are doing the same thing.
A 750 supercharged, we're talking 1,000 to 1,100 cc horsepower or power
equivalent.
In something that is lightweight. If it was a VFR, it'd be super cool, especially going back to
the original
VFR
Interceptors.
750.
Yeah.
So,
if they do it, if it does end up being a new VFR, the white body work with the red, white, blue Honda racing paint scheme.
yeah. Well,
harken back to the 1980s.
I've been diving very, very heavily into.
Hopefully, it's a deep pool.
My next regular use motorcycle. Mm-hmm. I call it that because there are other bikes that I want that will not be regular use bikes.
Yeah.
My next regular use motorcycle, which I'm pretty much dead set on what it's going to be.
Okay.
You could take a guess on what it is. I think Heather already knows because she lays in bed while I watch YouTube videos about it.
Is it going to be a Sportster chopper?
No. No, I'm talking about my regular use motorcycle. I still want a chopper.
I know you still want one of those.
But see, knowing you,
well, with the
you
chopper,
can make that a regular use bike.
I could.
Yeah.
But the chopper thing, as much as I want to do it, it's going to be one of those, like, getting the bike to do it with, I'm going to let that happen organically. I'm not going to go hunting.
Fair enough.
Because we get bikes, and we're starting to more regularly get bikes of the generation that I can get at a good enough price where I'll have the money and it'll be, hey, there's this. Okay, cool. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Deal. So, because I don't want to rush and go, oh man, $1,500 is a great deal on this bike. And it really
isn't.
Yeah. I got to rebuild the whole engine or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think letting it happen organically. At the same time, I would love for it to be an old bike.
True, but
I'd much rather you do it to a more recent motorcycle.
If I was going to chop up an old bike, it would
have to be basically gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it also like
it's, like if it was an old Sportster 1000.
Well, like if I found like an old, Softail style frame, we'll call it that because I don't want to get into the nomenclature of the Harleys.
Yeah.
Not an FL style frame, a Harley Softail style frame, like an old, like the knucklehead at work.
Yeah.
If I just so happened to all of a sudden be able to have one of those in my possession and wanted to do something like this, understand I'm not modifying the frame.
Yeah.
I'm literally running a different set of wheels.
Yeah.
Which are bolt-on. A different rear fender, which is bolt-on.
Yeah.
A different seat, which is bolt-on. And different handlebars, which is bolt-on.
I think when you get to that certain age, it's modifying without cutting.
Yeah. Well, and that's where going from the Sportster to going to a Softail, like we had talked about.
You can get away with that.
I was looking at Sportsters.
Yeah.
And in the conversations with Ryan, who will be the one helping me build this primarily, there was the conversation brought up about Softails because he has an Evo Softail chopper.
Yes, he does.
Because it's like, at the price point of where I'm saying Sportsters,
just a tiny bit more.
Tiny bit older.
Yeah. And it's
same price.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm literally seeing, great running Sportsters to do that with for, $2,500 to $3,500.
And that's a good price.
Clean, super clean bike, whole bike super clean. I'm seeing late 90s, early 2000s Softails run great.
Yeah.
They might need other work.
Cosmetic or
new gas tank, wheels, whatever. Sound bike though. Very sound bike.
In the same price range.
A bike that I could get on and ride to my house.
Yeah.
It might not be glorious,
It might not be the prettiest thing, but
correct.
Yeah.
In the same price range, though.
Yeah.
So
Which,
that's where
that
the conversation
sense.
was. I would rather it be a big twin. So in that Harley world, I would rather it be a big twin.
Because the engine size at that time would be, what, an 85 or an 80 cubic inch?
The
mid to late 90s? I'm assuming that's what you're...
That'd be an 80 inch.
80
That'd be an
inch.
Evo
Okay.
80 inch.
Okay.
But early 2000s would be an 88.
88. Okay.
Which would be first gen twin cams.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But even then, with the first gen twin cam, with a late 80s or late 90s or early 2000s, there's a couple different companies that sell a kit for the transmission.
Yeah.
Where the shaft in the transmission comes out, the side case comes off the transmission. The shaft comes out, you put all the gears on a new spline shaft and put it back in the transmission, and you can have a kickstart.
That would be badass.
So,
because there is something
I would have a hidden electric start.
Yeah, well, you have
yeah.
I would have a hidden electric starter.
Yeah.
I would not have it would still be like how we went through on the Sportster about hidden key switch and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But like with that,
there's something about a kickstart.
Yeah.
On
Well, where
a
we
bike
talked
that's
about-
just super cool.
Yeah.
where we talked about the key switch, where it's first click is on, and then you move it over to actually start, which just engages the starter, and then the key kicks back to the on position.
Yeah.
So running a switch like that, you put it to on, and if you want to, you can kick it,
Yeah.
and it would also start. You're just not using the starter itself to
Or
engage.
you just make that button easily accessible and you do it at the same time that you kick it. The kickstart's not actually attached.
Yeah.
I'd first kick every time. What's wrong with y'all?
I've never had it not start.
I never had a problem.
Oh shit, the choke's not on.
So there's that, and it's just like doing the Donna, which I would like for it to be a Donna, but depending on when it happens, it could be a first gen Milwaukee 8 Softail also.
Yeah.
I want to do that, but I also am not going to do that until it's either I'm going, okay, I want another motorcycle, or she is riding. Muffin's riding. I said she.
Yeah.
Y'all can't see me pointing at Muffin.
I'm the only she here, so.
Until Muffin is riding on a regular basis. Once she's riding, like, I don't mean has her license and gets on the KTM and goes down the road.
Yeah.
I mean
actually
riding like
riding.
Stephanie does.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, let's look at getting you a bigger motorcycle to actually ride on.
Yeah.
On a like bigger trips and all that other stuff. That's when I would build the custom Dyna or Milwaukee 8 Softail.
Or make sure that you have a dedicated motorcycle. That's really what it is. If you're just riding around town, it's not like I don't have enough.
Honestly, essentially, I want the Street Glide. I've told you that.
And I've told her.
Absolutely.
We had that conversation when we left here last time, because she said she would love to have the Street Glide. And I said, that's fine. If it got to the point where you were riding like that and you want the Street Glide, you want Johnny. I mean, I know I can ride Johnny. It wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah. Because I'm not going to ride to work, so.
I can throw on a backpack. I can throw soft bags on a Dyna or a Softail and let her ride Johnny. That's not a problem to me. It's not a problem at all.
Yeah.
Which our 2-up riding is going to be a bit more comfortable for her and convenient for me come Christmas.
Getting a new seat?
No. Not yet.
Ultra classic.
Nice big tour pack.
Got a tour pack.
Oh, did you?
That one that's in my office.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me about that.
I'm buying that for cheap.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because she was like, we were talking about tour packs the other night at dinner, and she was like, I was saying something about how much the long haul package costs for the 24s.
Yeah.
Which has a tour pack with it. And she was like, oh my word. And I was like, I started thinking about it for half a second, and I was like, how much do you think a tour pack is?
I was like, $500 for a tour pack. He goes, no.
They're what, like 1,000, 1,200? If it doesn't have a tail light in it.
So tour pack, no tail light, without hardware.
Okay.
And I don't know about color matched.
Yeah. Okay.
If you wanted, we'll go this. If you wanted and this is from Harley, so anybody listening to this that goes, well, Van Black or so and so or so and so, so and so.
Yeah.
I don't. First of all, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna sound like the biggest asshole in the world. I don't give a shit who you are. Talk to people in the custom motorcycle world. You can tell a difference between a Harley bags, because you heard me and Charlie talk about this.
Yep. Yeah.
You can tell a difference between a Harley bag and an aftermarket bag.
No, you can. You can.
1,000%.
Yeah.
That is not to say that there's companies that don't make great bags. Advan Black, I think, makes great products. There's other companies that make fantastic products.
Yeah.
But they are not the same as factory.
But the quality of the saddlebag from a factory saddlebag.
And I'm not even talking, and I'm going to agree with that and not just talking about Harley equipment. Any aftermarket company, they make good products. They're never going to be the same fit and finish that you're going to find on the factory bag.
True.
Well, if they were, an Advan Black saddlebag would cost you $2,500.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
you're buying a universal part.
Yeah. Yeah.
The universe that we've discussed down here a million times is not universal. So that being said, I would say a vivid black tour pack lid and base.
Mm-hmm.
No hardware.
Okay.
No pad.
Okay.
Literally, like, you just buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the box itself.
The box itself. It's not connected. There's no hardware.
Yeah.
So you can't latch it. There's no hinges. There's nothing.
Okay.
Just the box. You might be $1,000. I'm not a parts guy, so I can't tell you that. I can tell you the mount, because I have a mount.
Because the mounts are like $300, $250.
The mount, I paid like $180 for my mount.
Because I remember when Alex had to buy his to go on our trip, because he had a tour pack.
And I think he got a deal, and I think he still was like $225 or $250.
Yeah, it was in the
$200
like somewhere.
I think we had him on sale or something.
Yeah.
All hit.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember, because he was saying it, and I go buy it now.
Yes.
Because they're on sale.
Yes. Well, because he thought he had he bought the tour pack.
But it didn't have the mount.
Didn't have the mount,
Correct.
The brackets.
And Alex bought a whole tour pack?
Yes.
Harley tour pack?
That I couldn't tell you.
Who did he buy it from? Did he buy it second hand?
It might have been second. It's been a while since he's had it in that spare bedroom. For like a year.
I was about to say he would be a great example to explain.
Yeah.
How much this stuff costs.
If I remember correctly, it was somewhere in that $1,000 range.
So if you are all set in, tour pack with mount, all hardware, color matched.
Yeah.
And his did come color matched, so I want to say it might have been.
You can alter them color match too. So, but also a lot of people will buy them and then trade in the bike and not.
Because how many colored bikes do you see with black tour packs?
A lot, yeah.
I see a lot.
Yeah.
How do you think I got a tour pack?
Yeah.
So
you got lucky.
I would say you're talking probably now more like $2,000 for all that stuff.
Yeah.
Non-lighted. Lighted, probably closer to $3,000.
Yeah.
But
his is not lighted. It's just the bag.
Yeah.
But
the pack.
The tour pack I got also has the luggage rack on top of it.
Yeah.
Which is like another $200.
Yeah.
Jeez. I didn't realize all that.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
If my soft bag that I just throw over the
she
back
knows
of
how much I'm paying for the tour pack. Sorry, I'm not telling y'all. People that listen to this that work at Harley shops, you could probably guess what kind of deal I'm getting if you hear me talking about it, because you've probably seen this stuff before. I'll tell you off the air how much I'm paying for this.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go, can you get me one?
I'm good. I have my big soft bag.
So, anyways, regular
Harley
riding
tour pack on the back of the BMW.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the backrest.
So, my next daily riding bike.
Okay.
Shouldn't be that hard to
Are
figure
we
out.
going to take guesses at this?
You already know it. You should already know it. Let him guess first.
I don't think I know it, but I'll guess.
Let Daniel guess first. I'll let Daniel guess. I won't say anything. I'll let you guess.
My first inclination
okay.
would be a Pan America of some variety.
Okay.
That'd be my first thought, because I know you've talked about it quite a bit.
Okay.
I'm assuming, because you're not saying yes.
I'm not saying anything until Muffin has her guess.
Okay. That's the one I'm throwing.
Your guess is Pan America.
That's my guess is Pan America.
It is not a Pan America.
Because you've already thrown out the T7 as... Do you want one of those Moto Guzzi's that I rode? I know they looked good. Can we get a country of origin?
Japan.
Japan. Okay.
Do you want a country of populace? Meaning it's used more in this country than anywhere else?
So it's an Africa twin?
No. No. A country of populace. I didn't say it's the U.S.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, we'll go region. European region. It's Japanese, mainly used in Europe. I'm gonna tell you at this point in time, you'll probably never guess it.
Yeah, I'm out.
No, I'm out.
It is a T7.
I thought you
like.
Because you did say
that.
you were
The thing about the...
He did say that, right?
Hang
like,
on.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Here's what I'd said about the T7. I said I could get a Pan America for about what I could get a T7 for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay? But I've rode Pan Americas. I think a Pan America is a fantastic motorcycle.
Yeah.
If I got a Pan America, we would ride it together. Muffin and I.
Yeah.
Okay? But what have I been spending time on?
The XR.
And what do I keep saying I want with the XR? If I could do one thing different with the XR, what would it be?
Supermoto it.
I said we should do that to the XR. I said I love the XR,
Yeah.
but there's one thing that I hate about the XR.
It's carbureted.
So now make the XR fuel injected.
So DRZ 400 SM.
No. Tell me essentially what I'm getting.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. But so actually, I'm
because I love the XR because I want to be able to be a little hooligan, and I'm honestly being a little hooligan on the XR. I probably well, never mind. Our apartment complex doesn't listen to this. The other day when I pulled in, oh no, I went on the right side of the curb. And just went up through the grass.
Why not? The bike will allow you to do it. It's a bike that has that ability to do what you want it to do.
Correct. So the XR is very dirt bike-ish.
Yes.
Compared to other ADV style dual sport bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Large displacement or larger displacement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I wanted purely that world, but the displacement was not a factor.
KTM 1390 Adventure.
No, it would be a new DR4S.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just would be.
I think that's super cool. They've done the exact thing that we've talked about with the XR.
But
and I know we discussed this last week, but still, I feel like that's a...
So I've been doing research. I mean, generalized informational research, not parts or anything like that. Looking at stuff like specs, seat height, ground clearance, fuel tank, all that stuff, range, and comparing it against 800 DE.
Yep.
And Transalp.
The T7's a better bike.
So, although I still like a Tiger.
Yeah.
I think a Tiger is a great looking motorcycle.
They are.
I want something that's going to be easier to deal with if I have an issue.
Yeah.
Which then puts it back in the world of going
Japanese.
Suzuki, Yamaha, or Honda.
Yeah.
True.
So I like a Pan America. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. But if I had a Pan America, I wouldn't hoon on it the way I do on the XR.
No. You'd want to take care of it. You want to make it look good, look nice.
Yeah.
I would go off road with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would not act like an idiot on it.
Yeah.
Like
you could. Technically, you could.
I could, but right now with the XR, when I go, I need a little more gas. I did it at a traffic light the other day. I literally got off the bike, laid it on its side, and picked it back up, sitting at a traffic light while the bike was still running.
It didn't miss a beat, did it?
Didn't miss a beat. Cars around me were like, what the crap is going on? Okay. I would never. The first time that I put a Pan America on its side, which I've done before, but the first time I put my Pan America on its side, I'd probably cry a little bit.
Yeah, you have that new scratch on it or whatever.
I mean, that's true.
To me, when I look at a T7, what's in my mind?
You see the XR.
I see a modern version of the XR. I don't see this fantastic mid-level ADV/dual sport from Yamaha or any of those things.
Basically a big dirt bike.
I see an overgrown dirt bike that's modern.
Yeah.
And I can go anywhere I want with it.
And you scratch it, you're not going to cry.
Correct.
I mean, I get it.
Because plastics are cheap.
Correct. So I've actually been doing a lot of research of the 800DE is nice. But I've been researching more between the Transalp and the T7.
I don't think the 800 is in the same category. I think that's more Pan America like.
The 800, the 800, it was either ADV magazine or somebody else just did a full build on one and went to go do a rally with it.
Yeah.
But like some of the stuff that they did was custom work you can't buy.
Yeah. It's a brand new bike too. That's the thing.
Yeah. The T7, in the way that I've described it for years because I come from the car culture world, the T7 is a 1990s Honda Civic. Everybody makes parts for it.
Yep.
Everybody will work on it. And I've had conversations with people that some of them are Pan America people. That you may know.
I know who you're referring to.
Some of them are BMW people, and some of them are Yamaha people. And all of them say the same thing.
Yeah.
If they could have, they're not getting rid of their bike.
Yeah.
But if they could have a T7 in the garage too, they would. And that's what it would be for them. It would be for them to play around.
Mm-hmm.
I want something that's going to be a me motorcycle.
Yeah.
If I'm putting Heather on the back, it's because I refuse to ride something else.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
It's not because the bike is okay to do that with.
Yeah. Understanding.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now.
No,
Because I would run like what's the tires, like what's on the XR now and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's something to be said about having a motorcycle like that. Because that's how I view the KTM.
Yeah.
I bomb on that. I probably ride that bike harder than I do any of my other bikes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Because why not?
Well, and I want to be clear because I've had these conversations at work with people. I work at a Harley Davidson dealership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one at work has looked at me and said, well, why not a Pan America? Because everybody at work knows one thing that I've said since the day we got a Pan America. Very first Pan America.
That you want one.
I want a mid-size, though.
Yeah.
I don't want...
You were really hoping for that 975.
Yeah. Which a lot of people
that 975.
Yeah.
I have even priced out, and we've had the conversation about completely building a Nightster 975 to be the equivalent of a Tiger Scrambler XC.
Yeah. And that would be a badass bike.
That would be cool.
But that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I can just go buy a T7 for what I would pay for the Scrambler.
You could buy a 2025 XR 650L for $8,000.
I won't fuel injection.
No, sir.
No,
this
sir.
is modern carburetors.
No.
But, going through that.
Yeah.
Looking at that stuff, I want that bike that I can just be stupid with.
Yep.
I mean, I get it. Yeah.
Like I said, ever since I put the tuner, the exhaust on the KTM, I've had some renewed interest in it.
Yeah.
Because before it was fun to play around on.
And that feeling,
yeah,
that's what I get riding the XR.
I'm wide open anywhere that I go. Like I'm abusing the bike significantly more now, and I probably need to change that oil too.
It's literally, it's not like a power thing or anything like that. Because the other day,
it's something new and
not
different.
even thinking on the XR, I was going home and I was like, what was I thinking? Oh, I was like coming through the traffic light right by the shop, and I was like, I haven't drove down Shalford Road lately, and like from the interstate. I think I'll go that way. Not even thinking, I'm on the XR, and I get onto the interstate, and I was like, I'm on the XR.
I mean, it'll do the interstate.
Yeah, I just ran 70 up to the. I mean, we're literally going to the next exit, so I just ran 70 up to the next exit,
mile and a half,
which is the day that I called you, and was like because that's when I said I was not burning oil. But I wasn't sure if I was behind a car or not. Because when I got in my garage, I didn't smell burning oil. But I was like, okay, cool. And it did it. But I was like, so it's not a power thing.
Yeah.
Although a T7 does have a little bit more power.
Yeah, it's a little bit more modern engine design, so it's going to have... and it's a twin cylinder instead of a single.
It's a completely different riding experience than what I deal with on a daily basis.
True.
I think that's part of the other factor.
Yeah.
Because if I get on a street glide at work, it might be completely different than my bike. It might be a 2024 and it's completely different. But it's
still street glide.
That feeling's still going to be the same.
Well, I'm still getting on a road glider. I'm still getting on a soft tail. Or the feelings is all still the same. I love motorcycles.
Yes.
I still think Harley is pretty much top dog in my book because of there's such a rich history there.
True.
And such an iconic history, but I love motorcycles. So
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Like, look, if I want to go fast, I have the BMW. Actually, most of the motorcycles I have, I can get on. But the KTM's just fun. Yeah, I can be it's a low consequence idiot. I can be a low consequence idiot.
That's what the T7 is.
It's like the little toy that you can just play around with. Yeah.
Well, if I had a Pan America and I do something stupid, I flip over a ditch.
That's a lot of expense to fix it.
And
that's expensive.
And mess up the headlight and bend the handlebar and stuff like that. Not only is it expensive to fix it, I would literally be like, I broke my Pan America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I did that on the T7, it's going to be expensive. I'm not saying it's not. But I would be giggling going, I flipped my T7. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The same mentality.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the bike itself. No, I don't want to destroy. I've never wanted to destroy a bike.
Yeah.
That's how, like that little XR100R that I have.
Yeah.
I do some...
Yeah, you don't feel the consequences of it. I think that's a great way to say it.
Yeah, I don't feel the consequences.
You don't worry.
I've dropped that bike
about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to do certain things.
Yeah.
Oh well. I pick it back up, kick it over, it starts again.
Yeah.
The KTM's been dropped. That's why I put crash guards on it.
Yeah, I've dropped it a couple times.
But it wasn't like the end of the world that I dropped it. If I dropped the BMW and broke one of those side panels, I'm going to be upset about it.
Yeah.
Or if, the Valkyrie gets hit by another car when the North Koreans try to take me out again, going to be upset about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so for me, my next daily used motorcycle, well, it's like 99%. It won't be 100% until I buy it.
Yeah, well, nothing is.
But
until you get that right one that comes around. It's like, all right, yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of those things where it'll be like, even if it's not the right one that comes around, it'll be one of those things where I just go, okay, I'm ready to buy a T7. I might just go to a dealership and buy a new one.
Yeah.
True.
So that's where that's at for me. But that's also, once again, that's a bike for me.
Yep.
Not for us.
Yeah.
That is a U bike.
Correct.
You have enough room in the garage over there?
Got a patio.
Gotta organize.
You mean living room ornament?
Hey, the KTM was once a living room ornament.
It was. It was a living room ornament.
It would still fit in my living room.
It would.
Until I get another bike, I'm good at the moment. It's tight. It is very tight in the garage when Stephanie parks in there, though.
But, yeah, so I figured, honestly, that y'all would have guessed. I figured she would have, because she lays next to me in the bed while I'm sitting there watching Dork in the Road, comparing the Trans Out to the T7.
I'm asleep by then.
Well, you did say at one point, you're moving away from the T7.
You did.
But that was because the conversation about getting
Yes.
something that we both could ride on and all this other stuff.
So...
But that was also before I started riding the XR on a regular basis.
True.
That is true.
Yeah.
So that's where I figured you would go into, okay, he's been riding the XR.
Because the T7, after the Pan America, the T7 was my second choice.
Like if the XR was fuel injected, this wouldn't even be a conversation.
I mean, Electron makes a fuel carb.
No. I want modern electronic fuel injection.
Well,
I'm sure there's somebody. I mean, look, people have done it with the Valkyries. They've done fuel injection on those.
Modern electronic fuel injection from the factory.
That's no fun.
So, nothing against the XR, but when I do that,
well, it's carbureted. It's an antiquated technology.
Well, also, but when I do that, shortly thereafter, the KTM probably will come to my place. Because I'll give you the XR back.
To be completely honest, probably not. I'll just sell the XR.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would give you the XR back. You'd sell the XR. You'd go about 3 weeks and going, well, that money from the XR is burning a hole in my pocket. I think I'm going to have to buy me another motorcycle because my count's off.
I mean, that's probably true.
And then you're going to go, what can I park in Marcus's garage at that point in time? And it would be the KTM.
Oh, yeah.
Depends on what I buy. We'll see.
Would you park your next motorcycle that you purchased in my garage?
Probably
not.
No,
it would be the KTM.
Correct. It'd be the KTM.
Now, you forget I do have an office that does have a garage.
Yeah, but your office is not close.
No, that is also true. that is very true. So we'll see. Because
we've talked about just getting you a clicker for...
and I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. I do think I need to put the pigtail on the XR, though. Because the other day...
I gave you the one, right?
Yeah. The other day, I went to start it, and it was like...
Now, I don't know the age on that battery, so...
Well, that was what I was going to say before. We killed the battery once before.
We have killed the battery.
And recharged it.
Yes.
So, it might just be...
It's
a new battery.
Yeah.
But if I put the pigtail on the XR... Because I don't know what the charging setup is like for the XR. I don't mean stator, rectifier, that stuff. I mean, like, with the Harley...
Yeah.
Although people will argue this, when I start my bike and it's sitting there idling, it's sitting at like 14.2, 14.3 on my street glide.
Yeah.
Which means that battery is charging.
Yes.
There are some bikes that you have to be at a certain point in the RPM.
Yes.
Or it's not putting enough voltage into the battery.
So the old Honda Nighthawks.
Yes.
My 750 that I used to have
Was
and
it
the
2000?
650. 4,000.
4,000?
So unless you were above 4,000 RPM, you were not charging the battery. So if you had a bad battery,
yeah,
you weren't charging it unless you were up there in the RPM.
Yeah.
And both of those bikes had the same issue. And I've had to roll start both of them.
Yeah. So that's the thing with the XR is I don't know where that point is.
I feel like the XR is probably lower.
Well, I'm sure it is lower.
That would make sense.
I watched a video the other day of some guy that put the digital dash that we were talking about on an XR.
Idling at like 100 RPM.
No, it showed it like he's revving out to like 7,000 RPM. So I was like, I feel like that big old single like might be like redlining it like
that's a little bit too close
4,500 RPM.
Yeah, that's a little bit too close to the Family Jewels. Let's not rev it that high.
So
you get that giant 650 piston,
but it still might be like 1,500 or 2,000 RPMs.
Yeah,
and when I'm just cruising to work, I might be barely touching 1,500 RPMs.
Yeah,
on that short ride to work. Well, I've also got the time that it's just sitting there idling while warming up.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting enough drive distance in to keep the battery
But
charged.
something you did say to me the other day when I was...
I have altered my driving patterns.
Yes. Well, at that and when you go start it now, starts right up.
Yes, it does. Well,
it likes being
real. Yes, it does start right up, with the exception of it going.
Yes. But once it's there, once it gets
once the battery has enough juice to kick off, it starts.
Once it's awake.
Yeah, it's not having problems getting to idle.
Yeah, because I know when you first started riding it, it was sit there with the choke on.
The other day, I went out there and went to ride it and choked it and started it up, and it immediately just like it goes bruh, bruh. And I was like, what the crap?
You didn't need the choke?
I didn't need the choke. It had been sitting overnight, too. I was like, I guess it's warm enough outside.
See, I know this is going to sound weird. The Valkyrie, I don't have to choke it in the winter. For some reason, I hit the button, hold it for a second or two, and it'll start up and idle.
Well, so my can of tuna.
Yeah.
Like, I would choke it to start the bike, and as soon as it started, kill the choke.
Yeah.
What's typically going on with the XR right now is I'm starting it with the choke on, and then putting my helmet on, my gloves on, killing the choke. Sit there another 30 seconds. You can hear the idle slowly picking up. And then after about 30 seconds, that's when I just kind of putter out of my place. Or if I'm at work, putter down to the road. But by the time I hit the road at either place, it's
good to go.
I can rip into it with no issues.
Yeah. And that's, I run into the same thing on the KZ.
Yeah.
I'll start it, I'll let it sit there on the choke for a little bit, or I'll hold the throttle for about a minute at a certain RPM.
Yeah.
By the time I'm at the end of the street.
Well, so I tried a double twist the other day just to see if I could do it without choking.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. So, which for the people that aren't carbureted people, that literally means I just gave the throttle, 2 quick twists, and then started it to get the fuel going.
But I've done that before. Like, you've heard me do it on the Valkyrie, where it has that big rev and then immediately just sets right back down where it needs to be. Easy way to start a carbureted bike.
Yeah.
Without having to use a choke.
The 599 was the other one that I had that was quote unquote carbureted. That was
like a throttle body injection.
It was a throttle body injection. So it didn't have a choke. It had
it still had the lever. It had the lever.
Yeah, but they called it like an enrichener or something like that. To give it more fuel when it was cold to start it.
Yeah.
And that's why, I don't know if you remember with the 599, when I would start it sometimes, you'd start it up and it was like, what? And like as soon as it got going, you'd just turn that down and it would literally go, what?
It's almost like holding the throttle open.
Yeah.
That's really all it did.
Yeah, but it's less fuel than holding the throttle open.
Yeah.
Actually, those throttle body injectors, it didn't even matter if you turned the
it wouldn't do anything.
It wouldn't do anything because it's not designed that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was carbureted with a fuel pump.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Good times.
And great oldies.
Oh, God.
Talk about olden times.
Well, I mean, the XR is 75 years old. It's about the same age as you.
So the thing about it is, the can of tuna was a 05.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carbureted.
Yes.
The 599 was an 04 throttle body injected.
Yeah.
The RC was an 03.
That was fuel injected.
And it was fuel injected.
Yeah.
Everything else has been fuel injected.
Yeah.
And now I'm back to the XR.
Which is carbureted.
A
real carburetor.
Yeah. But, like I said, I'm going to bring the XR over tomorrow. We're going to take a look at it and go through it and stuff like that. Because I've been riding it.
Yeah.
So, make sure everything's good. I heard something the other day for I say a half a second. I heard it sitting in traffic, sounded like a valve tick or something. Then when I got to the house, I didn't hear the valve tick anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that was.
I can't tell you how many times, especially being someone that's ridden a lot of old motorcycles, you'll be in an area where you might be echoing off a car. Funny.
Well, so
and I've heard a lot of noises, and I'm like, what the hell
what
is that?
So that's the thing. Like, I didn't even notice it until probably a week ago. I'm riding the motorcycle, and I'm feeling air on my left foot, and I go, like, blowing on my left foot, and I'm like, I've never felt this before. What in the world is this?
I should have put a filter on that, but that's the crankcase vent
that used to run into the carb system.
I have a hose somewhere in the
California
garage for it.
So, but I've never felt it before. But I guess with it getting cooler, I'm feeling the warm air coming out of it. It's not so hot; it's burning my leg.
It's heated.
It's just
you have a heater.
That's a heated leg.
It's not enough. Like, it's not. I can put my hand over the end of it. It's not that hot.
So I do.
It's just warmer than the surrounding
That was actually
air.
one of the things.
And I think that's what made me notice it, because it was warmer than the surrounding air.
I've got a couple hoses that I was eventually going to do, and then I just never did because it didn't affect the way that the bike rode.
Well, the bike will be over here tomorrow.
Yep. They are somewhere in the garage.
I haven't even checked the oil.
Last time I checked, when I put oil in it, it was good to go.
Like, I'm assuming the oil fill is also the oil check. I didn't see a dipstick on the side of it.
It's on the top.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I'm assuming the oil fill is also
the
dipstick on that thing. But I feel like...
Does that one not have a sight glass on it?
I didn't pay no attention.
Yeah.
The both the Can of Tuna and the 599 had, I guess I can call it the Hornet for short.
Yeah.
They both had sight glasses.
Sight glass is a nice thing to have. Because I don't trust dipsticks.
Even though they both had dipsticks.
The BMW has a sight glass and a dipstick.
Yeah.
Like, I want both. And it has a computer that'll literally check the oil level.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want 3 ways I can check and make sure, because I've never liked dipsticks because it's, do you screw it all the way down? Do you leave it on the top? How do you check? Does the bike need to be standing up? Does the bike need to be on its kickstand?
Which reminds me, I have a new dipstick for my Street Glide. I just haven't put it in.
It's got a little temperature gauge on it.
No, but I did look at those.
You know, honestly, they're not a bad thing to have.
I bought I have a Vinted dipstick. But I got to get a hose for it. You don't run the vent right there at it. You run like a hose like away from it. Most people will run the hose like up over the rear wheel arch and have the filter back there or something like that.
Makes sense. I actually might have some PVC hose that you can use to do that with.
This is like old line hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tiny.
Yep.
I'll just bring everything over one day and we'll take a look at.
Yeah. Like I've got, dealing with the bikes that I do, I have a lot of like vinyl oil line hose.
So this is just to help.
I've got clear, I've got red, I've got black. What color do you want?
This is just to help the oil pressure inside the transmission. Because it's getting hot and stuff like that.
Makes sense. Well, I mean, that's why most of the older motorcycles have a line that literally runs from the crankcase to the intake.
Well, what's funny, talk about like this oil or whatever and the smell of oil. When that did happen when I called you or whatever, like, so I get home or whatever and I'm in the garage and I'm like, well, I don't smell burning oil anymore. The bike's not running right now. Yeah. Like, I got down at the exhaust pipe and was like, just smells like exhaust.
Most likely on the XR, that's from the vent.
The oil smell?
Yeah.
I think I was behind a car that was burning oil.
Trust me, I've done that.
But it was very faint.
I've done that more times than I'd like to admit. Where I'm riding on the interstate and
I've done that on the street glide, and immediately you're like, "Oh no, my bike!" Instead of thinking, "Oh no, there's somebody around me burning."
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm traveling at like 60, 70 miles an hour. I'm not going to be smelling my bike.
You know what I smell more when I'm riding my motorcycle than burning oil smell?
The inside of your helmet?
No. A car in front of me smoking weed.
On that bombshell.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.